Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinamritamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and hope some of you are resting deeply. Okay? So I am now going to start maybe a couple of video posts calling it Reflections on Meditation. Because this is one topic in the world, nobody knows whether a person is meditating or not, only you and God does. Okay? And there are many people who talk about philosophy, Vedanta, and various other things, Yoga Vasishta, Upanishads, okay? But they don't meditate. So, this is the basis of good life. Okay, this is the basis of managing your daily life well. Those of you who are doing it knows how much of a difference it makes to your tension level, to your ability to perform well, and so on and so forth. So this is a sort of kind of foundation. That is why in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, there are Ashtanga Yoga, there are 8 steps. But 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th are all pertaining to meditation, not to the body postures. Okay? There must be a reason for it. There must be a reason for it. And the reason is, of course, in spiritual life, it is very difficult to move forward. One may use any number of words they want, look at any text they want, and start saying whatever they want, rightly or wrongly. But if they can't meditate, just words. Okay? And I have seen this with many people who practice asanas, pranayamas, and for many, many people who talk about Vedanta. I am interested in Vedanta. I'm not looking at the whole thing. And yet, when it comes to meditation, there is an issue. So, what is actually, when we say meditation, what it is? Okay? Let's get some fundamental things clear, and I will tell you some steps which may help you. I don't know. I'm not sure whether it will help all, but definitely help a lot of people. See, you must not mix up meditation with deep sleep. Okay? Deep sleep is an experience of nothingness. That means you, as the observer of your sleep, when you get up in the morning and you say, I slept very deeply, you were an observer of that nothingness, right? It's not the body that was observing, it's not the mind that was observing, because all these were closed. You, the essential you, knows because you are observing. Now, meditation is not deep sleep, okay? Meditation is a silence arising out of awareness. You are very, very conscious when you are doing that. You cannot be unconsciously doing anything. We unconsciously fall into sleep. Okay? You can try your best, but when the time comes, you'll fall asleep. So in meditation, when we talk about meditation, then we are talking about a very conscious effort in being able to touch that silence. Where is the silence? Where is the silence? Now, their mind is filled with thoughts. Okay, a mind is not a mind if it cannot be filled with thoughts about anything, about the past, about the future, about friends, relatives, about money, you name it, there are a million things. Okay, the mind is constantly thinking about that. So if there is one thought in this ocean of your mind, one wave, then the next thought comes. Two thoughts cannot work simultaneously. So one thought has to finish before the next thought comes. The question I am asking you is, what is there in between these thoughts? Now, to know that, you have to slow your mind. Okay? The first step in slowing the mind is pratihara, which means withdrawal of the senses. Because on top of the mind working ferociously, also when you are in contact with the outside world, it becomes mad. There's no way you can slow it down. Okay? That's why the first step is called pratyahara. So many of you, I say most of you, called pratyahara, that is the withdrawal of the senses, as meditation. Okay? Now, it's not meditation, but it is useful. Okay? It is useful in the sense all the time you are interacting with the world outside. And this is a first step in going inside yourself. Okay. So I think that people who are doing that are good. I mean, they are on the path, at least. Okay? So what happens inside the mind, the person knows and God knows. Nobody else knows. Okay? You can tell the world anything you want. But only you and God knows. That is why it's a subjective experience, not an objective experience. So, when between one thought and the other, when you slow down the mind, first by pratyahara, you will see small gap between one thought and another thought. There has to be a gap because two thoughts cannot work simultaneously in the mind. Okay. But that one thought after one thought works at tremendous speed. Okay. It works faster than sound, light. So bringing it down is the first step, and pratyahara is the first step. Okay. So a lot of effort has to be initially put in this because people cannot sit by themselves. They like you see in coronavirus, no? They go mad. They become crazy. So, yes, but you will get some hint of the small space between one thought and another thought. The next step in Patanjali Yoga Sutra is meditation focus. Okay? Focus on the meditation. Dharana, concentrate. Concentrate on any one thing. That's the whole process. It's not so easy to concentrate. Most of us cannot concentrate. Okay? Unless you are doing something which is so exciting, you forget the whole world and you are only with it. This happens to all of us sometime or the other. Okay? So we are capable of concentrating. Surely we are capable of concentrating. So by concentration, what happens is that the gap between one thought and another thought becomes bigger. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes. The more the concentration, the more the gap between one thought and another thought. This is why dharana comes after pratyahara and before meditation, which is dhyana. So, you will ask, what's the big deal about this gap? I mean, what's so fantastic about it? It is fantastic. First of all, it is not nothingness. This you must be able to know clearly and understand that is not an experience of nothingness. The first thing that happens to you when you get a 5-minute silence consciously is a deep sense of bliss. Not happiness, deep sense of bliss, well-being within yourself. If you're doing about 10 minutes and it sustains, this feeling becomes stronger. And after that, it becomes addictive because even the mind wants this silence. Therefore, you can take it to any number of times, any number of hours, minutes, whatever you want. So when you get into that and remain in that space, we call it meditation. Okay? So meditation is a very conscious affair, looking at this space of something. Okay. So what is this space about? We will talk. Okay? Everything, if I load into one talk, you will get bored and go away. So let's think about this first of all. And you also see whether this experience you have, what happens with that experience. Okay. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.